Welcome to Leadership Energetics. We're going to talk about something that's extremely powerful, and it's the foundation of what leadership is actually on, which is service. Service, service, nothing else. Leadership is just service. When you understand that leadership is about serving people, you'll understand that emotions and feeling what people feel and connecting at an emotional level is your main job. And you can only do that if you're actually connected to yourself emotionally. And so that means, how does things make you feel, and being consciously self-aware in each moment to stay in that center, to stay in that balance. This is a beautiful practice, and it's the key thing that allows you as a leader to feel really secure, to feel like you can move through all kinds of experiences, triggering or a very emotional roller coaster moments, because you understand that your job is to stay center in the eye of the storm through it all. And the main question is, how do you do that? So now you know that the main key thing is you need to stay centered in your emotion in the eye of the storm. But how do you do that? And I'd say that the key thing is cultivating silence and creating silence and pauses within your conversation, which is actually something you should be doing anyways, so that when what you're communicating can be properly received and experienced, because you've given people time and space to think, and also you're being considerate of other people's paces, to process, to hear, to understand, and by doing so being conscious of your own pace, to explain and to express, and through that creating a very healthy dynamic and pace of communication where there can be clear understanding between two people. I'd say that the powerful thing about leadership is that it is something that not only does it connect you to people, it builds trust, and because it's you serving people, it's where you have the opportunity to have one of the most real, authentic, genuine connections you've ever had in your whole entire life, because you're getting to see the raw, the real person you normally wouldn't see in a relationship where they're trying to maybe keep a certain self-image for a certain reason, to that they believe that they need to maintain a friendship or a relationship. But when it comes to leadership, you're the one that's serving them, and when that's the intention and that's the tone, that's an opportunity to truly feel and see and understand the psychology of another human being in such a deep way. It's the opportunity you have of a lifetime to fully understand the people that you lead by being so curious, always leading with a tonality and the intention of curiosity to understand. And that will also create the emotion that you crave, which is the intention, which is the trust and the connection and the feeling of also having people love being led by you. But when I say having to be in the center of your emotion, I do not mean being monotone and like a robot and like just communicating like this and never having any emotion. And I also don't mean always being overexpressive. I mean finding your beingness and finding your pulse, your temperance, and in each moment, which will change. Sometimes you'll be more expressive, sometimes you'll be more monotone. It's about being real, it's about being a human being and feeling how you feel and showing up in authenticity and owning all that you feel, owning it all. And I think that is what's going to also give space for the people you lead to own and be themselves too, which is key. It is vital. Vital, vital, vital. So it also gives you the incredible opportunity to be yourself, to lead in your own unique spirit, in your own temperance, without having to constantly think and filter it through textbooks answers. You can finally just listen to your instinct and your intuition, because you're in your being, you're connected to your emotions, your sensations in each conscious moment, and that gives you the advantage of being very, very intentional and purposeful with every action, which allows you to be 10 steps ahead of people who aren't. Because think about it, when you're purposeful and intentional about your actions, now you are aware of why you're doing what you're doing, which gives you the space to shift if need be before taking an action. So you're actually responding and thinking things through all the time, instead of just reacting in automatic mode where you make mistakes or where you choose choices that can create conflict or just make thoughtless and meaningless actions that create the opposite of what you intend. But when you have intention and purpose and manual expression, now you're being intentional the messages that you're expressing and the messages you're intending to be experienced by taking into consideration whom you are speaking with and how they think, by being aware of how they're responding to you in each moment into the direct experience, and not also being aware that even if you know how someone thinks and if you know that something works, usually speaking with them, if you're still not present in your moment, in that moment, you're not going to be very effective, because the more effective you are is the more present you are to each dynamic moment. And I say dynamic because people are dynamic. People are changing. One day they're in this mood, one day they're in this state of thinking, one day they're in this perspective, in this mindset, and another day they're in another one. And being able to clock where people are by being so present every single time, every single space, every environment, with every person, that is when you win as a leader, because you're no longer looking to the outside world on how to behave. You are trusting your own self, you're trusting your own gut, you're trusting your own truth, and you're showing up in a way where now you actually are seeing the people around you, and you're seeing them, and from seeing them you're seeing yourself. And truly, what do people truly crave is to be seen, to be understood, to be gotten. And so that is exactly the gift and the blessing you would be giving them by applying this. So I want to engage with you. I want to speak to you. So comment below, let's connect. And like this video if you liked it, and also subscribe so that I can keep making these videos for you. So that's the video for today, and I will see you soon. I will see you